Hey everybody, welcome back to Stamping School. The new mini catalog begins in about 5 days, December 4th. And there's going to be a whole bunch of other stuff that's going to be available on September 4th also. So be sure you check out my blog, lindastamps.com, so you can get all of the details. There's so much coming at us. We're just loving all the new stuff, but just trying to stay organized. So today I have 3 different cards with the same fold using different papers that are in this catalog. So the first version is fall and using this really pretty paper called Splendid Autumn. So this fold has been around for ages and ages, and I don't even know what to call it because it could be a side flap, but we're also going to use it as a top flap, and we're also going to use it this way as a gift card holder. So I'll figure out what to call it. But basically, it's a larger piece of cardstock with just a couple extra folds in it. This paper is so pretty for fall. So it's 12 different designs, 4 each, 48 sheets, 6 by 6 size. This side has all of the fall painting on it, like this one, and the other side is just muted colors. So if you like to send fall cards, this is a pretty set to use. They've done a lot of different versions of these landscapes. This one is just fall. Reminds me of Central Park. It's just so pretty. And the artists that Stampin' Up, paint these on little canvases, and then they make designer paper out of it. So, and they use all of our colors, which is nice. I love this one. So a few tips on how to cut and score this so it looks right. I'm going to show you on a lighter piece of cardstock so you can see it just a bit better. All right, so first thing you want to do, 8.5 by 11, regular piece of cardstock. You're going to put it in portrait position at 5.5 inches and cut it. And you can save this piece for other things. So 5.5. Now, this way, you're going to put it in at 4.25, and then you're going to score lightly. And then you're going to need to score at 8.5 and score. And that's how you get your basic fold. Now, there's a few little tips I have for you. If you're using something like this, which is your scoreboard, when you score it one way, so you're going to score, like I said, 4.25 lightly, and then 8.5. If you turn it over and do it again lightly on the other side, because we're kind of going against the grain of this paper, your seams are going to be nice and smooth here. You know how sometimes if you fold a card, you'll see breaks along the top? That's usually from pressing too hard. That's why the paper trimmer is nice for scoring on this particular one with this kind of cardstock. So you want to just be real gentle with the scoring, just so you don't get those awful bumps along the top. So the other thing you might notice is it looks great this way, but if you fold it this way, which is one of our cards, you get a little bit of a bump. You might need to shave a hair off of this edge. It doesn't happen all the time. It's just the weirdness of cardstock, but just take a teeny little bit off, not much, maybe a 1/16 of an inch, just enough so that now when you close it, it's nice and flat. So we can go this way, this way, this way. Well, you can even go this way. So it's really versatile. Now the other tip that I have for you is that because this is 4.25, and your panels are going to be 4 inches. This is 2.5. So if you want to make this a touch smaller so that your paper cuts down nicely, for instance, I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to use this one for this card. And I'm going to cut it off at 5.25. So it's going to be a nice layer. And then I'm going to cut this to 4 inches right here. And then this piece left over is 2. So if I glue this here and this one here, see how it's off a little bit? There's a little bit too much unless you add a little piece of cardstock here. So I'm gonna take 1/4 of an inch off this edge. And that's gonna just save the paper, so you don't have to, you know, it just makes the paper divide out nicely from 6 by 6. So if we just take like a little 1/4 inch off of that, save that for something. So now when we add all these on and the panel, and this is kind of fun way to really highlight this paper because it's gonna match up. So it's gonna look kind of cool. Okay. So with this being 2 inches, you're not wasting any. And that goes right here on this panel. On my card here, I added these really pretty gold leaves. These come in a package of 75. They're in the catalog, the mini catalog, page 37. Get them if you like fall things, and I think you could even use them for the winter holidays too. But when you open them, they explode into like tons of these meshy things. And you could even color them with your blends and make them look more fall. But what I did is I just added them. They come in like a large and a small. And I just put those down here. I just held them down with a dimensional right there until I'm ready. And then I also added just a punch leaf. Remember that paper that we used last week? This pretty one. It just has that really pretty gold in there. So I'm going to use my leaf punch. I'm going to add one of those on there because it's pretty. And then my sentiment. I think it was last week I used these dies, Christmas labels, these pretty ones. And this one right here has these, I love it. So it has all these places that ribbon can go. You can go up through here, you can go through here. So I just stamped my sentiment in black on a little 3/4 inch piece of paper right there. And this could even be a belly band. You could even add this as a belly band and go all the way around with it in a pretty color. Or what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna turn this over and fold this back. I'm just wrapping that around it so I don't have to trim it. So on this one, I trimmed it. And look at the difference in the cardstock. So on this one, I accidentally used copper clay. And this one is Cajun Craze. I like it better. It's brighter. But here we are. I've already got this one going. It still looks fine. Now, when you add your sentiment here, you only want to go on half of it because you want it to still open, all right? So we're only going to put dimensionals on this side right here. Now, if you want to, you can add a little piece of Velcro, you can add a magnet, but I didn't want to because when I open this, on this panel here, I have a little bit to write, and this I added more of that pretty paper and added Knowing You Brings Joy to My Heart. Both of those are in the So Sincere set. Knowing You Brings Joy to My Heart and So Thankful for You, which is good for Thanksgiving or just fall or whatever. But that's another panel because I think if they get this in the mail, they're probably just going to leave it open anyway. So, okay, that is the first one. Oh, and these pretty dots. These are the gold texture dots. There's little shimmery bits of gold in them, but they're very ambery. And then these, the faux glass dots, look how pretty these are for fall. Definitely get these if you like a lot of fall things. And then there's the wild wheat ribbon. That's fall and so pretty. And I don't even like wheat, but I love this ribbon. It's just so pretty. That's fall. Now let's go to some reindeer. Now same fold, same exact fold, but now we've got that flap is coming up to create the gift card holder. And just designer paper on the front and a little panel on the inside. This is called Reindeer Days. It does match a bundle that's in the catalog. I didn't get the stamps and dies, but I love the paper. It's just so cute and fun. I love the little deer putting the arms on his reindeer snowman. It's just cute. If you like nature and deer, this is really cute. And of course, if you have the dies, you can, some of these images will cut out, but it's cute, cute, cute paper. Look how cute. Presents. Both sides are good. So now it's gonna go this way. You're gonna add your white paper in first, and then you're gonna add your tear tape right along these edges right here, and that goes up and that creates your pocket so that you can put your gift card in. I like it right here so I can write a little note, or you can make a note up here. And this is just that ephemera that you can get. Just pop those out. Super easy for a gift card holder. Okay, so we've done the side flap, and then we've done the bottom flap, and now this one is a top flap this way. It's gonna open like this. I'm gonna put something here. That's with the Nest of Winter that I used a few weeks ago. Really cute if you like birds. Now to hold this down right here, I cut out from that same stamp set a couple of dies, a sentiment, and this twine. This is part of that suite, that Nest of Winter suite. I love twine. So what we want to do, I put my 4-inch panel here and a little panel here. Now I want to close it so it sort of holds that there. We're going to put dimensionals just on the lower half, and you're going to want to do a fair amount just because you want it to really hold, but you want that little bit of lift. Otherwise you could use the tear and tape, but you kind of, you kind of want to use something that has some height to it, right there. And wherever you want to hold that down. So now that's your flap, and then they can just open it like that and stick it back in there. Right there. Now on this part, this is where I want to write my little note. And then more of that designer paper can go here, but I want to make a gift card holder here. So if you just bend back about 3/4 or an inch, just a little bit. So this is my 4 by 5 1/4 panel. And remember, you can print all the measurements for each card I did. I put the link right there for you. Bend that back, right? And then your sticky tape, your tear and tape, whatever, the really strong stuff, all the way around. It's nice and skinny too. It's only 1/4 inch. So that's gonna go over here. Now I have a friend who is bonkers over birds. She loves birds. We have a bird store here in North Carolina that we like to go to, and I'm gonna put a gift certificate right in here for her. But for now, I'll show you how that can just slide right in there. And there's the gift card. Put Starbucks in there for now. So you can write, you've got enough room to write notes. If you want to, you can put something else up here. You can put another sentiment, but this will hold everything in place. And even with the gift card in here and the extra card stock, this is still not even an ounce. So it's still just one stamp to mail it. So there we go. One fold, 3 different ways. Go make one. We'll see you next time. See it, learn it, stamp it.